Alright, what's up everybody? Brian with you from TheGameCommon. We're playing some more Disco Elysium, so let's go meet our best buddy here in the bomber jacket. What's up, bud? Kim Kitsurgi, a bespectacled man in orange bomber jackets, tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. Perception success. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket as well on his back is the same enigmatic white rectangle as on your blazer. Shake his hand. Yeah, I'll shake his hand. That's fine. Hello, I'm Kim Kitsurgi. His grip is firm. Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st. You realize he is waiting for your name. Invent a name for yourself. Just call me Officer. I don't really know my name. I'm going to invent a name for myself. I'm partial to it. Come on. Yeah, concentrate. Make you squint. Oh, sorry. Don't call me Officer. I'm making up a name. Your name should be deep golden orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liqueur rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer into it, but there are still many to go. It's not yet time. I don't really know my name. Just call me Officer. Say nothing. It is not yet time. Okay, then. He proceeds, processes the information, then disregards it. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday, too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here? Rhetoric, medium success. What he means is he's been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied. You mean him? Yeah, I just talked to him. No, I hadn't. There must be some kind of misunderstanding. You're taking me for someone else. Yeah, I talked to him. If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown the area now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here in full force. I mean, have you mapped out the initial interviews? Yes, the police. I'm aware I'm a policeman. Right, and the interviews. He taps his foot more out of habit than impatient. I have, yes. Good, but even if you haven't, we'll have the time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. I'm lying, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. Have you removed the dead body from the tree? I don't like dead bodies. Sure, but did you take it down from the tree? Look, man, you know, yeah. Does that mean the body's no longer in the tree? Completely. Completely? Does that mean you took the body down from the tree? Dead body? Mm-hmm. Look, man, you know, yeah. No. So the body's still in the tree where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we're done talking to the owner. What if I told you I'm not really a police officer? How can I be so sure I'm from the police? But I can't remember anything. What if I told you I'm not really a police officer? I'm actually a superstar. Well, we all feel that way sometimes. There's no such thing as police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will. He concludes, but first, we have to take it down. How can you be so sure I'm from the police? I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve, and on your back, he points to your jacket. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it, but for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General. Inspector General means internal affairs. What he's saying is he's not from the Rat Squad, which isn't supposed to suspect such things. Ah, you mean the Rat Squad. No need for derogatory terms. They're only doing their job. These white rectangles, you mean? Yes, but they're just white rectangles. I don't see the white rectangles. I guess it's that. They're not just white rectangles. They bear the hollow ground watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revocol West. Okay, I would ask you to step again into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do a better job. I just need you to do your job. Shouldn't I have a badge or something? You mean you don't have a badge? I have my badge. I'm a policeman. I have my badge. Report your badge missing. Oh, there's a moment pause, then continues carefully. If you didn't have your badge, then you would be very bad. You would need to report it on my shortwave, but since you do have it, we can go straight to the task at hand. But if I can't remember anything, he looks at you for a moment in silence. I can see you drink last night and the night before, and that you're still drunk now, but I've seen officers go through much worse, much worse. If you need something for your headache, there's a general store nearby, but as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern. What are we supposed to do again? Talk to the manager, then go up back. Let's roll. After you, officer. Lieutenant is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever you want by clicking on him. To save. Yo. Tell me about the case. What do you want to know? Literally anything about it. Maybe you can tell me what you do know. I know literally nothing about it. Do you want me to brief you? Brief, sure. 3 days ago, the RCM emergency desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in a martinis. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The calling did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There's an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company, Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute. Wait, does the briefing say who was the victim? A security guard or worker of some sort. Okay, who's the caller? To find him or her is one of our tasks here. Well, hide themselves. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what is seen as union matters. Okay. The RCM is the Revocol Citizen Militia. We're the police. Oh, yeah. Is a police force you and him are part of a self-organized Peace Corps of occupied city of Revocol. The RCM operates with a legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely questioned. It's super useful to know this. Let me make this perfectly clear. Our job here is to find the killer. We gained experience. That's right. Would you say this is a mysterious case? The lieutenant considers your question before answering. No, it's not a particular mysterious. Why not? The lieutenant shrugs. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. Just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that. I was thinking something otherworldly might be involved. You know, something supernatural. White male in his 40s. What more do you need? Okay, so this case probably isn't mysterious, but could it be sexy? There was some interest in the case at my station, but not for the reasons you have in mind. You seem to wish there was. Maybe there's a young woman involved. Are you sure there's not some sex angle we should be considering? Yes, it just so happens there's a beautiful blonde 19-year-old woman at the heart of the case. A rich one, in fact. Woo! Part of a murder sex cult. Let's go! The weary tone is the surest indicator that he's being sarcastic. Aww. Doesn't have to be a cult. It can just be sex murder. It doesn't have to be murder. It can just be sex. Actually, it does have to be murder. This is a murder investigation, but we digress. In it, you can still be otherworldly sex mystery in your head. Yeah, with a dark twist even. Boom, boom. He basically challenging you to sex it up with some lurid twist. Don't get right into it. Sit on it a bit, then hit him with it. Okay, cool. Why are we on the same case? I'm afraid you and I are pawns. A pissing competition. You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. I don't know anything. You know what I'm on, retrograde amnesia. Better still than being an imbecile. Cop off. Cop off? It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my task, ask me afterwards we inspected the victim. You should tell me now. This seems relevant. Later. Was there anything else you wanted to know? Preliminary. No, I'll wing it. Okay. 3 days ago. We literally already talked about it. Make it cool. I've heard enough. Okay, then. All right. Let's get out of here. Good. Tell me about the case again. I think you should know that I can't remember anything. I want to talk about you. No response. He just arches his brow. He's having trouble believing it even. I feel like I must repeat this. I don't remember anything. There was heavy drinking involved. Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs? What's wrong with personal affairs? But I'm completely lacking in basic information. So what should I concentrate on? Try work. What's wrong with personal affairs? Not a fan. The RCM deploys self-stylized structure called Decompe. As its chain of command, every lieutenant's responsible for 2 sergeants and 8 officers. This means an average lieutenant has to deal with quite a few of his personal affairs. Even you know this. Can you help me? We gained end of day debrief. Okay. We should get this day. Off hours begin 2100. Cool. I'm afraid this is a medical situation. Really? You look fine to me. I'm taking this serious. Unbelievable damage here. I saw myself in the mirror and had no idea who I was. Psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer. It's not psychological. Some sort of major brain damage has occurred on an unprecedented scale. Call your station Lazarus. Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use your radio. I want to talk about you. Me? Yes, you. I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. Come on, open up a little bit. You're right. What's there to know about a lame binoclard? Open up a little bit. If you insist, what do you want to know? You're wearing glasses. That's correct. Legendary failure. Dang it. You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone. Glasses are cool, I guess. Are they? They're mostly cumbersome. You don't look like the other people around here. That's because I'm half seal light. or quarter. My father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but my mother's side. He shakes his head. It's not an interesting topic. What is Seoul? It's part of the world, officer. Geopolitical entity and geographical division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting. Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, palinsary state west of the Indonesian Isola. Actually, it's quite interesting. Some would even say mysterious. You're only making it sound uninteresting. I want to know more about Seoul. You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seoulite. I've never met one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. He seems almost proud of these things. I'm a regular Reverend Conlear. My gosh. Point of pride to him. Tell me a secret about yourself. No. Ask again. Your brain says a signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something's paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow. It's like you're locked down. What's happening to me? Something the matter, detective? What's going on? It's like you're a puppet in his hand. Give up. There's nothing you can do. Dang it. Do you ever talk with yourself? What do you mean? You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have conversations with your brain? I have no idea what you're talking about. The lieutenant's conceptualization skill must be rather rudimentary. But this is an old school case. I get it. You're one of those old school detectives. So how do you know? Tap the side of your head? You're saying your brain never chimes in with the device? I get it. So what? That makes you the new school? God spare us. For real detective work, nothing beats a good notebook by your side. Pfft. The lieutenant produces a small notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. We all have our different mediums. This is written. That's all for now. Good. Let's change the subject. You seem to be following me. Excuse me? What if I want to work alone? Detective, if I may be frank, you seem to be in deranged state. You have trouble remembering things. I cannot let you act in the name of RCM without supervision until you regain control of your faculties. But what if I need some me time? Some you time this? The lieutenant considers this for a moment. This police investigation, not a journey of self-discovery. You still have your evenings to yourself. Okay, I'll leave the self-care for non-work hours. Please do. We wouldn't want your regime to spill over in the investigation. All right, let's go. My gosh. You talk too much, buddy. Hi.
Hello again, sweetie.
Hello, sweetie. Lieutenant nods. Wait, who's sweetie? Does that mean you like me? You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache, your chiseled jaw, and that simple dimple on your chin. But dear, you're not for me. She looks off into the distance. I'm too old, and too married besides. Ooh, she's married, guys. She slaps herself on the forehead. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scattered-brained, I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morale and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street. But I come here for tea when they're away. Her eye glitters over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling. This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot. You seem to be in a chair. How do you like to roll with me? I don't know if you noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything. Her eyes follow the movement with some concern. Yes, officer, you look rather dazed, like a stunned fox, but surely you can't be that bad. I drank so hard I forgot literally everything. Oh my. It takes a moment to process. You know where we are? A war zone on the edge of the world. We're dead, haunting each other. We're ghosts. Now, she tilts her head as she looks up at you with maternal solicitude. Whatever. We're alive in a hostel called Whirling in Rags, and the Whirling itself is in the city of Revachol. Honestly, I don't know diddly squat about Revachol. What kind of place is this? Her eyes be gray. Wait, her gray eyes widen. How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. The city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost. Speaking of history, you know what year it is? All I know is we're approaching the end time. It's a bad year in my late 40s or 50s. I don't even know how old I am. End times. Dear, perhaps, but for now, it's just the spring of 51. The lieutenant studies you, rubbing his chin. I'm beginning to suspect that you might indeed be completely adrift in this reality. Thinks the lieutenant. How can it be that bad? Never mind, we're in this now. Oh my gosh. I can tell you this is more taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? Some kind of democracy. I'd like to think dictatorship of the proliterate, but something tells me it's not. Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse the plains of steeds. Civilization cowers before us. We're governed by intelligent machines that perform calculations to determine the freest markets. Everyone hustles and grinds like a badass visionary. I mean, radios are being used to control people's minds and distort our perception of reality, concealing our true masters, foreigners and women. Oh, I want both. I did break the radio. Man. Oh no, nothing like that, dear. Revocol is a special administration region led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. I knew it was the radio. We must have almost no government of our own, certainly no machines. I don't know. Still looks like there's a lot of hustling going on. Maybe she's wrong. If there's no government, how comes there's cops? I don't know what to say. I'm so disappointed. It is quite disappointing, yes. A lot of people would like some form of representation. There's talk, but for now the RCM is all we've got. If there's no government, how come there are cops? Oh dear, this is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't any cops in Revocol, not in the traditional sense. The statutes of law enforcement have been a complicated matter since the Revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone. She's scared now. She realized you really are brain damaged. So how did I do? You didn't do too well, dear. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things, history, and places. Remembering reality, in a word, is very odd. A sigh, the lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook. But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what this world needs, and while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much. What's the revolution? A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of the archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago. But I'm a cop. Whatever it was hasn't stopped me. What does this have to do with with there not being any cops? It has something to do with everything, but I really don't know how to explain it. All right, whatever. Someone's more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask. She turns to the lieutenant. No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective. Of course not. She turns to you. Then I don't know. Someone rich maybe. Wealthy people are educated, though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in the Martinez. That's a good point. This doesn't look like Rich Central. You seem to be in a chair. Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic. Paraplegic? Yeah. A grenade? Did you fight in the war? No, dear. I'm not quite that old, although I was injured in the line of duty. Were you a tightrope walker? Breakthrough. What? Did I get the superstar? We got a breakthrough. Imminent. Let's go. I don't know why. Nothing so extravagant, dear. Though what a young girl doesn't dream of sewing over a crowd. What'd you do then? I was training in development manager, a rapidly expanding mail order shoe company. You'd think that would be a safe job, but I had to be everywhere, and well, once I happened to be under some faulty scaffolding. I was lucky. This was almost 20 years ago, and I was compensated exceptionally well. One can only dream of such payoffs nowadays. She runs her hands over the chrome wheels of her chair. All right, thanks for clearing it up. Let's move on. How you like to roll with me? Her eyes light up. Whatever do you mean? I want you to be my wheelchair partner, fighting crime, riddling backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers. Yes. Nothing, I was singing the lyrics to the song. Want to roll with me? Ah, you probably roll with me by the Fletchers. People often quote the Fletchers. Settles me down. No, I want her to be my crime fighter. Sequence killers, oh my. She sounds impressed. But I do think you have a partner, sweetie. A partner who needs to help him get a corpse down from a tree. Kim, of course, I forgot I had you. I know, but there's also side mysteries, sequence killers, and forays into the paranatural. I want to do Kim, I forgot I had you. Yes, and it seems to me that you'd do well to stick close to him. He has the look of an upstanding officer of the law. Someone you can lean on, and sweetie, you are looking unsteady. She looks down, and even if you weren't there, I don't think you'd have much use in me. Why? 3 heads are better than 2. Thank you, but she looks out the window. Montanese isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down. Aw. All right, I gotta go. Of course, dear. Good luck with your case. She gives you a small wave. What do we get? Thought complete. Some kind of superstar. Yeah. They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claimed to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all this you say, fuck off and die in a cool voice. You people have no idea. These cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers or prophets, and you're like the first one. All right, so we lose 1 logic, price of self-delusion. We get visual calculus raised to 6. Learning cap for suggestions raised to 6. Learning cap for electrochemistry raised to 6. Learning cap for composure raised to 6. I'm a freaking superstar cop. Dude, I am. Let's go. Let's go. So I get you. So we only have a -1 now to our logic, but we increased our learning cap for these other things, which, dude, I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, let's go talk to this other guy. Is there anything else we can click on? We can click on this again. Hello, let's click on this. Oh, a fire. That's health. All right. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Okay. What's up, bartender? The man is unimpressed, notice you're approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant. Mr. Gate, right? Kim glances in notebook. You run this place? Yes, he responds tersely. I'm Kim Kitsurki from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation. Should join me from Precinct 41. He looks at you, realizing he still doesn't know your name. The Harbinger of Ruin. I'm currently in between names. Can I have a drink? Oh, they're all so good. They're all so good. What is golden orange like forest fire but smells like liquor? I want a drink. Give me a drink. No, you cannot. Officer, I was thinking more along the lines of your name. The Harbinger of Ruin. What? Nothing. I just wanted to see if that happens. The glooming. I am it. I have no idea what that means. I have been the precipice, cafeteria manager. I have seen the end. The human experience will soon be over, cafeteria manager. It doesn't matter if you understand me. I've been to the precipice, cafeteria manager. I've seen the end. What is this? A joke to you? Is this what you get when you call the police now? This guy? We've been waiting for a week here. Sir, I understand your concern, but we're here to do a job, and for us to do it, I need you to stay calm. Seriously, dude, calm the freaking heck down, buddy. Yes, of course. He takes a step back. I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct? No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporary taking over her duties. Do you have her number? As a matter of fact, I do. He looks behind a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper, and hands it to the lieutenant. This sounds like something you can use to call Sylvie later. You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What? With Martinez?
What, of Montanez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on this place. This is one of my mini cafeterias I manage. Dude, 3. Calm down, buddy. Calm down. But you still know your way around, yes, in case we need directions?
Yes, I know where some...
Sorry, getting water. There's a lot of talking. Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And if I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that.
I didn't imply that. He turns to you, detective. He probably means this is where you step in and ask questions. Who, me? No, I'm good. Right then, questions. I got this. His face expression, profound doubt in your having this. Expresses. Ask him about the body location before asking him if he killed him. People give up information, the more innocuous questions, which you can use later, and the more sinister ones, not vice versa. Okay, so we want to ask him about the body location. Where exactly is the body? Behind the building, there's a courtyard. He points to the kitchen. They hoisted him up a tree. And how do we get there? That's easy. You see that door there? First, you exit through there. Then right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for keys. The hole is big enough for the Flancograrian cavalry to fit through. This man means the heavy cavalry and innocents Francangero sweeping over the plains of the nations of the enemies of mankind 5th century style, unified currency and the concept of cool crime in their wake. They wore lemire and carried guns, but first was foremost, Franc-Hungarian heavy cavalry was really, really wide. That hole in the fence must be enormous. Where exactly is the body? Who killed him? I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job. This is it. He said they hoisted him upon a tree. Who is they? Did you kill them? Who did you mean by they? Oh, he's a bit surprised. You caught that. People are saying it was the union dock workers. Boom, we caught him, guys. Who's saying that? The locals, customers, the people who eat here. A lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers. Someone's being a little sketchy. Someone's a little sketchy here. Did the debaucheurs themselves tell her this, or is this a rumor? I don't really know. You'll have to ask her. Why would the dock workers lynch this man? I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do. You mean the Shrike? Yes. The Shrike. He makes little quotation marks with his finger. The man they hung was a security guard for the harbor. I hear a mercenary. The Union steers probably thought they'd send him a message. Did you kill him? What? Are you crazy? Of course I didn't kill him. Did you kill him? Did you kill him? Did you kill him? We're just going to keep asking him and see if his expression breaks. All right. I have another question. Where did Sylvie go? I do. Haven't you asked me that already? What is it to you with this woman? She has nothing to do with this. No, before I ask you where, now I'm going to ask you why. Boom. All right, you got me. She went back because of the dead body out back and because I asked her for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that. Lieutenant opens his little notebook. The number is safely tucked away in a small pocket. Thank you, he says. Mystery solved. Is it? Because I thought you were supposed to be investigating the lynching, not my employer conduct. This stuff gets on my nerves. I'm a feminist. I guess I like to be thorough. Everything has something to do with everything. I don't know. I just went for it. You're right. I probably shouldn't have asked. This stuff gets on my nerves. I'm a feminist. What? That's right. If there's one thing I totally know about myself, it's that I'm a total raging feminist. You heard me. Do you have a phallus in your ears? You heard me. Thought gained. Inexplicable feminist agenda. Oh my gosh. +2 authority against men. Yes. Something stirs in you. Something interdisciplinary. Is it newly formed reaction to the tyrannical gender roles around you, or something you've always had? One thing's for sure, you're not a mild feminist. Oh no. These are incendiary thoughts aimed at undermining the very pillars of society. Could you fashion them into some sort of weapon, perhaps? A first strike weapon to decapitate the XY chromosome hegemony. Frick yeah, dude. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Is it so, Mr. Feminist? He catches the rest before he leaves his mouth. Probably thinking it's best not to say, yeah, dude, you better watch yourself right now, buddy. I'm a superstar feminist. Oh, you got a thought. Click on the thought cabinet button below to explore it. We already did it. That's all. Task complete. Gained experience. Let's go. Not so fast, Mr. Feminist. He points at you. You owe me 130 real. What's real? Oh, excuse me, you own 130. He pronounces it with an R, with a mock aristocratic accent. The IRR is intersoliary real is the global reserve currency, whatever part of the world you're in right now. It's safe to assume he means you owe him some money. By real, do you mean some form of street cred? No, you don't owe me street cred. You owe me money. You owe this established 130 real. He points to the ledger on the counter. But what exactly is money? You're under arrest. You can't arrest me. I'm gonna put this man in his place. Boom! Did someone order a vague, partial reading of the law? More than one pops in your head. Refusal to aid an officer of the peace. You are impeding me from carrying out a murder investigation with your inane request for money. I wonder what Sylvie has to say about that. You have to admit to sexual crimes. You will be taken to sex prison. Refusal to aid the officer. But it's not inane. You owe me money. It is crude of you. A man has been killed. File a request for compensation with Station 41. We need to work now. Okay, you only have to pay for the window and the drinks. That's 70. Get the rest from your stupid station. Cool. Goodbye. I have no memory of drinking them. I'm not paying for the drinks. The ledger does. The ledger has a memory. He points to the book. The drinks are non-negotiable. There's no way to your station will pay for them. I won't pay for the window. Fine. I'll take it off the bill. You want to sleep in post-apocalyptic shithole? Go ahead, but I'm not giving you another room. Cool. Cool. No, not cool. You still owe me 30 for the drinks. If you don't have it by tonight, I'm letting you back up there. That's enough for now, sir. Boom! What's up, buddies? By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank and this place sure isn't it. Do I even have one? I have an idea. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? There has to be somewhere. Up on Marvel Hill. What did you say? These are just synopsis firing. It doesn't mean anything. The name must have meant some meaning. Lieutenant Kitsurgi, do you know a place called Marvel Hill? No. But isn't that an expression, not a place? An expression? A saying, up on Marvel Hill, a great high place. One that's impossible to climb back to. Crap. That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. Could I trace the way back to it somehow? To the exact street, the exact number on a building. I live in Dumpster. I don't care. Fuck everything. Hobo cop. Could I trace the way? Long way home. You can try. And run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe street or apartment will reappear. Hobo cop. Hobo superstar cop. Let's go, baby. Let's freaking go. Wait, what? I can't get out. How do we exit? I guess this way? I guess this is the way we're going. I thought we were going to go through the kitchen. Didn't he tell us to go through the kitchen? Red checks can only be tried once. Failed white checks can be retried by increasing the skill relevant. Okay, I guess that's a hole. That's not as big as he implied, though. Kind of disappointed in that hole. A heap of snow melts in this wheelbarrow. Come on, buddy. The street sign reads, fuck the police. We're not police, man. We talked about this. Pigs go home. Okay. Hi. The gardener. The RCM in Mountainese. The young woman looks up to you. What can I help you with? Why do all of my girls sound like British and high class? You sound surprised. We don't see a lot of police around here. I have some questions. What can I help you with? What is the fuck the police business? Excuse me? The street sign. Oh, well, I didn't write it. I'm just sitting here. What about the other one? I don't know. I didn't write it. Pig is a widely used term for members of the police. No need to worry. We're not saying you did. Okay, well, I didn't. We need directions. Okay. I'm looking for a dead body. Oh. Perception smell. Where am I? What do you mean? This is Revocall. Yes, the District of Martinez. She looks around. The intersection's called Roundabout North. Okay. What is up in the north? There are the piers, the Cape side apartment buildings, some more tenements, not a lot. What's east? The harbor gates, some kind of commotion? I don't follow local politics. A frite store? Whatever. South? Some shops, bridge, canal bridge, leads to the coast, but it's broken, some kind of accident. What's on the other side of the canal? Just coast. There's a little fishing village there and some fish markers. What's west? Nothing. It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There's some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach. Thanks. Who are you? I'm just a gardener. Good to meet you. Just a gardener. Who are you? Cool. What are you doing here? I'm working. Working on what? I have a greenhouse. I've been trying to get some work done, but, well, you already know there's a corpse there hanging from the tree. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks. Don't worry, miss. We'll clean it up. You can get back to work soon. Thank you. My head's about to explode from the salts I've had to inhale. Salts? Ammonium salts? Perhaps useful for later. Okay. Of course, I won't hold back. She wipes her brow with the glow. If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy. Can I borrow your gloves? Sure. I have another pair. I kind of like the, not my style, but whatever. Ooh, another thought. Lonesome long way home. Temporary research bonus, +1 encyclopedia, factual memory return. Let's rewind. Let's trace your drunken steps back home. Jump across the raised channel bridge southwest of here. Fall over, get up, get off the asphalt in 20 minutes, shuffle your feet through the courtyard, scaring little children. Go under the great raised mortar track, the 881, until you reach Le Domaine Eminent in North Jamrock. The streets are frozen this time of year, caked with ice. Walk down Main to Perdition. There's a side alley there and your footprints in the mud. I don't know, sure. Research time 6 hours. We're at 9% here. Let's go. I wonder how many we can internalize. What's up, buddy? Did you kill someone? I'm a gardener and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler. The man mutters to himself, accenting beats as he goes on. Is he a rapper? A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes. Keep listening. From another planet, he finishes. Hey there. I'm the law. You sure, my man? He nods empathetically. I'm the law. You sure are, my man. What's going on here? It's the jam, my man. He motions toward the sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture. The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals, and other byproducts of the modern era. You can almost taste it. What's the jam? It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the streets are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers are on strike. Scabs agitating. All around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in the long haul. Limbo for days upon days upon days. He glances south, down the road, upon days. Limbo, huh? So that's where I am. Yeah, exactly. It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife. Boom. We called it. So how long have you been here? Feels like forever. Like I was born here in this roundabout. And this was all I ever knew. Just me and this metal and the tires and the oil and the fumes of Mazenut. Mazenut is antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has barely suppressed performative streak, or he just likes unusual words, or both. I dig your style, man. Imagine. It's been a whole week already. He snickers in appreciation of the digging of his style. So tell me, what do you need? Can you spare some change for working stiff? Huh? Oh no, I ain't got no money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work. They who? The bosses, man. I don't know who the bosses think they are, but it sounds like a good arrangement for them. So you're broke, got it. What else did I have to ask here? That sounds like a good arrangement for them. Yeah, it sure ain't good for me or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down on his luck if I had, say, for myself. Tell me more about the strike. Know anything about the dead man? What are you hauling? Tell me more about the strike. It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands no way in or out. Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two. Maybe I should go on strike. Maybe you should. Cops don't get paid much and the hours are long. Plus you can get shot. Why not? RCM is a self-managing organization that operates on donations. We promote our own leaders. It would be like striking against your own mother. I don't know about my mother, but I'd go on strike against her too for my rights. Okay, but do continue. You're asking about the strike. What's the union demanding? Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane to half the company. I forgot what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I had talked there's a company rep in town, too, like a strike negotiated type. They'd know what's up, precise demands, and so on. Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough. What do you think the company wants? They want to keep money flowing, my man. He makes a ka-ching sound. He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side, that's for sure. Anything else I should know? Anything else he thinks? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job, get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do. Us lorry drivers, commoners, a few of us still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high or late. He smiles awkwardly. Not that I blame him, really. Not my thing, Shazen. Not you? Not my thing, Shazen. Transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing. He glances down the road towards the horizon, a glint of something in his eyes. He tries the best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath the cool exterior. Know anything about the dead man? He ain't one of us drivers. Oh, I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I'd have really asked about that. Been wasting time here. Keep him busy. It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff. Busy with what? And analyzing the fundamental structures of the psychological condition of being stranded in the midst of the sea of motor lorries and the sad, despondent chauffeurs. As for his conclusion. And your conclusion? A sense of surprise there. Ain't more bodies hanging from more trees. What do you see in his eyes? What are you hauling? Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that. Relax, he's merely joking. Wicked. I've always wanted a friend. Haha, no, I'm joking, my man, he grins. Fun runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo's mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grand and the Occident, though we've been marketing headway in the Learmen lately. So nothing illegal then? What's your machine behind you? Can I get one of those fallen tracksuits you're hauling? We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. That's your machine behind you? This rockin' beauty? Sure is. A rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery? A motor lorry called a camion and a Calon is neighboring islands. This one looks roughed enough to be some sort of Fallon rust bucket. Maybe the A6. That's a Fallon A6 you got there. Good eye, my man. Yep, she's an old one, but reliable. He gives the side of the lorry a friendly knock. Oh, he gives the side of the lorry a friendly knock. That sounded terrible. Me and her spent a long time together. So nothing illegal then? Not unless they illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road. Right, I had other questions. Take it. Nope. The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm. Ease into it, don't go too far. This seems like a personal. Man, you look sad. What's going on? My man, I want to know about your soul. You really are the law, aren't you? I get that you're being bluntly observant and inquisitive comes with the territory, but it certainly doesn't help with your conservational skills, does it? I want to look into your soul. Let me look into your soul. Don't be a stranger. He gives a salute with 2 fingers. 2 fingers, okay. Not 1. So, let's kind of check around here real quick. Goods from the lorry haphazardly litter the surroundings. I don't think there's anything here. We should probably wrap this episode up here. I'm having fun, dude. I like this game. Can I see you? Can I see you? Yeah, I want to see you. How do I get over there? They're walking. Is he gonna walk over there? I like the giant statue here. Oh, okay, we can walk over here. Alright, well that works. You could just, like, we could have walked. A bold sign, Humanox covers the truck. Is there anything else? There's another person over here. Alright, well, we're gonna wrap this episode up here and we're gonna go talk to this person. So, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, drop a like, comment, let me know what you think. As always, hit the subscribe button, join the game comment, show your support. I'll see you guys next episode. Bye, everyone.